So, dating in Bellingham. Well, it's very limited, let me say that for sure. Around campus, where there's a bunch of young, beautiful, young people, both men and women. I'm a gay guy though, so I'm checking out the women. I'm checking out the women for their being friends, but I'm checking out the guys for potential dates. Because, being in my 20s, something that's very important for me is settling down, finding someone special, being with someone. And I think that's kind of hard. And so most of the time, I just try to figure out, what I want to do. And I think over time, I've kind of decided that I don't want to find someone here because it is very isolated. It's very isolated. Um, I mean, as far as who's here, I don't know. I think it's best to just express that a lot of guys, a lot of women who are queer are different stages in their coming out experience. So, like, there's coming out to yourself, coming out to your family, coming out to your friends, and a lot of people are still in the closet. And so that's the big thing. You got a lot of closeted guys and, or down low brothers, Especially, I think the hardest thing for me is I'm attracted to men of color, and that's kind of hard to find in Bellingham because we're a predominantly white area. So that's a big obstacle for me, finding other men of color to date who are actually comfortable and feel good about their identity as being queer or being gay or being bisexual, however. But yeah, definitely it is hard to find someone to date because I have like a list of certain things to say, like, I don't really care if they're masculine or feminine, just be cool, be comfortable with yourself, be intelligent, don't be a bum, don't have a girlfriend, don't be straight, quotation marks, just be, cool with yourself. And that's kind of hard to find because you'll find a lot of guys that, they do have homosexual tendencies, but it's pretty much in the quiet, I've actually dated people in the past who I thought were like really genuine and they weren't. And I found out like 2 months later they had a girlfriend. I was like, whoa, damn, you the dumbass. And I told his girlfriend too. And then that was pretty bad. So, he just looked like a dummy. But there's a lot of guys like that out there. And I'm sure a lot of women too, But from my perspective as a gay male, yeah, it is very hard to find someone who's genuine. And I think it's just because a lot of us are young and a lot of us are at different stages in the coming out experience. And and then getting back, yeah, we are isolated because, we're the last major city before you go into Canada. So I think I have had a lot of friends of mine who say, oh, I'm going to go to Seattle and try to see, they try to see out the dating scene and the nightlife, see who they can see down there up in the Seattle area. Or if not Seattle, they say, oh, let's go up to Vancouver, so they go out and hang out over there. But I think for me, though, meeting people is not hard because I can meet people. As you can see through this interview, I'm a very upbeat and very comfortable person. And I have a lot of friends and I'm cool, But, so like meeting people is not hard. I actually had a really nice experience this past weekend. And, a really good friend of mine. It was just like really showed me interest, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. But then again, I don't know what to expect because he's a friend, and I don't know if I want to keep it a friendship or make it something more. But I think anyone can find somebody. You just have to be willing to take the time to get to know somebody. But one of the hardest things, especially among men, is we have this thing about who's masculine or who's not. So like, there's a lot of masculine gay guys out there, right? So it's kind of hard to tell who's gay, who isn't. And then it's also this thing where you don't want to be stereotypical, or you don't want to seem too gay, although you're gay. And it's like, shit, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. But I think that's the hardest thing too, because you're trying to feel people out, and you don't want to be too direct, and you don't want to make people feel uncomfortable, and there's people who are homophobic, and so like you might find someone attractive. Like I might see a guy at the gym and say, oh man, he's looking good. Dang, I want his number. I want to hang out with him. I want to talk to him. And it may not be possible to do because I feel like I might be putting myself in an uncomfortable situation. So although I'm saying it may be somewhat hard to find someone, it even makes it harder when you have to worry about those kind of things. At the same time, it's easy depending on the situation you're in. But I feel like while on campus, being a Western student, it's kind of hard for a lot of people because they have all these different things that are going through their mind. And then it being isolated, that could be a thing. And then not trying to go into drama. Let's say you do date somebody or you do start a relationship with someone. You might run into their ex while you're out, and they might feel kind of like, "You're with my man, huh? So what are you doing?" You know, that kind of thing. You know, or however it is. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. But for me personally, I'm not actively out there looking for somebody. But if I find somebody, that's great.